we move on to verse 95. The disciple presented 3 arguments. At the end of his arguments, now it is the time for conclusion of the arguments presented. Okay? Not the conclusion meaning the path of liberation, but conclusion of the argument. The disciple presented 3 arguments, verse 92, 93, 94, regarding the last fundamental truth, which is there is a path of liberation, or say undisputed path of liberation. Expressing the conclusion he has drawn regarding the path of liberation on account of his doubt, he says,
તેથી એમ જણાય છે મળે ન મોક્ષ ઉપાય જીવાદી જાણ્યા તણો શો ઉપકાર જ થાય.
Sometimes the gestures explains the whole thing, right? તેથી, therefore, એમ જણાય છે, it seems, Malena cannot attain or cannot know moksha upaya, means of liberation. Jeev adi means soul, etc., etc., એટલે existence, everlastingness, the doer of karmas, the receiver of the fruits of karmas, etc., liberation. Jeev adi, the 5 fundas. Janya tano, knowledge of. Sho upkarata, what is the benefit? Knowing everything, soul, this is the soul, this is the nature of the soul, this is the state of liberation. Bas, now you can't attain it. You can't realize the soul, you can't attain liberation. So then what is the benefit? This question, of course, we can feel a tinge of pessimism in it. He's sad, depressed. He feels everything was worthless. All this shibis, everything. Because you just can't do anything. But it also shows his main purpose of this whole dialogue. His main purpose was liberation. If there is no path of liberation, he cannot achieve the objective of liberation, then what is the use of all this charcha, satsang, shibis, yagnas? So we see both the things. He is interested only in liberation. And he was asking all these questions only for liberation. And now he is finding there is no way of liberation. He feels at this time. And secondly, he is little saddened also. જીવાદી જાણ્યા તો શું કામ અહીંયા આવ્યા તો પછી 8 મહિના શું કામ રહ્યા આમ કેમ થયું, you know, there's a sad tone. Okay, so let's see the short meaning. Therefore, it seems that the path of liberation, if the path of liberation is not obtainable, then what benefit can be gained by knowing about the soul, etc.? Okay? So the disciple says, he tells his guru, from the arguments I presented to you, it can be concluded. If you are going to speak, I am going to listen. And if it's going to help to resolve my crisis, then uday uday sadbhagya. But if you are not going to answer me, then I conclude here, there is no undisputed path of liberation because of the differences prevailing in the exposition of the path. Because of the differences prevailing in the exposition of the path. So he says, if there is no well-ascertained, spiritually beneficial, undisputed, universally approved, effective path of liberation, if there is no, effective path of liberation, then the objective of liberation cannot be attained. સ્થાનક 5 વિચારને છઠ્ઠે વર્તે છે 141 verse 141. સ્થાનક 5 વિચારીને who pursues according to the sixth, the path of liberation, attains the fifth, moksha, liberation. Understanding the 5, one who adopts or follows or pursues the sixth, meaning the way, the method of liberation, will attain the fifth pad. What is that? Moksha, liberation. Common sense, isn't it? But you are saying there is no path of liberation. If there is no path of liberation, then the very objective cannot be attained. So, if I can't attain liberation, then the cycle of transmigration is going to be in motion, will continue. I have to continue living a worldly life, joys and sorrow, tossed by joys and sorrow. So, then what is the use? As such, knowing about the soul, knowing about its existence, knowing about its nature, knowing about its eternal nature, knowing about its acquiring karmas, bearing the consequences of karmas, can get rid of this cycle of karta bhokta and attain liberation. So beautifully it was replied, but what is the use of knowing all this? Knowledge of all the 5 fundamental truths are actually of no use, not beneficial at all, if there is no path of liberation. The knowledge of these 5 fundamentals of the soul would be worthwhile. It will serve my purpose if I know the 6th, the way to liberate, the path of liberation. But that knowledge would have been worthwhile if I could know the 6th or the way, the means of liberation. But if liberation is a sheer impossibility, that all this exercise is futile. All this attempt to understand is just waste of time. Correct? So, the purpose of knowing everything, all the 5 fundamentals, was to attain liberation. And in the absence of an undisputed and unfailing achuk, avirodh and achuk upay, in the absence of an undisputed path of liberation, unfailing path of liberation, the whole discussion, the whole mehnat, nakami. He's saying, I was interested in attaining liberation, but I had a lot of doubts regarding all these fundamentals, and I got this rare opportunity meeting a Sadguru and freely, fearlessly, lovingly, humbly, etc., asking him. So I took that opportunity. But if there is no path, I had not done this whole exercise to just engage myself in an argument or win an argument. You know, some people just have a habit, whatever you say, exact opposite the start karse. They don't even want to know what is true and what is not true, but they love arguing. And little bit logical sense, little bit of that khanda knowledge. And if they can defeat someone in argument, they feel like the jinas, victorious conquerors. And they pick on the non-intelligent, dumb people. And they win that argument. So the disciple is saying, I had not asked you all these questions for the sake of argument or win an argument also. It was my search for truth and my desire of liberation And now I feel there is no way of liberation. So I'm feeling a little sad. I'm feeling a little depressed. You understand? I'm feeling sad and depressed that everything was useless. Everything was useless. There is no benefiting of, all this charcha and all the satsangs we did. No benefit. So we do see a tinge of sadness, little bit of pessimism. શું ઉપકાર થાય, શું ફાયદો થયો? Little giving up hope, that feeling. So it is so natural in a non-enlightened aspirant. He aspires to know, but has not experienced the self, the true self, so not enlightened. So you can exactly see કે જેમ સંસારમાં થાય કે આપણે કંઈ મન થયું કે બસ હવે સત્સંગ પૂરું થાય પછી આપણે આ મૂવી જોશું એન્ડ દેન કે નથી ઇલેક્ટ્રિસિટી નથી કે સમથિંગ એન્ડ કેવું સેડ થાય, અરે કેટલું મન હતું, આજે તો પૂરું જ કરવું હતું, પૂરું કમ્પ્લીટ કરી દેવું હતું અને હવે નથી. એવી રીતે કે અરે આઈ વોન્ટેડ ટુ પરસ્યુ ધ પાથ એન્ડ અટેન લિબરેશન ઇન ધીસ બર્થ ઓનલી. દેહ છતાં નિર્વાણ, દેહ પછી નિર્વાણ નહીં, દેહ છતાં નિર્વાણ. And now I'm feeling there is no undisputed path of liberation. So you do see that sadness. It won't last long. It depends on you. Because it is not going to last in the next verse. In the next verse, that optimism is regained. How suddenly? He has not yet understood the path of liberation. Then how is that optimism, that enthusiasm regained? How? Seeing the capacity of his master. So just imagine his hopes have become a little weak and now he feels sad. Path of liberation not there, so liberation not possible. Then what is the use of knowing all this and understanding this? What is it? And he is a little low. Suddenly one thought stems up in his mind. But I didn't know about the existence of the soul also. What was the last verse in the queries of the માટે છે નહીં આત્મા મિથ્યા મોક્ષ ઉપાય, એ અંતર શંકાતનો સમજાવો સદુપાય. And how beautifully the Guru replied. And what was it? સંભવ તેનો થાય છે અંતર કરીએ વિચાર. I was convinced. Enthusiasm, faith, conviction. Then again, second, eternity, I had many doubts regarding. That also got resolved. Then the third, then the fourth, then the fifth. So sixth bhi tha se. But at the end of this verse, that thought has yet not come. So till that faith, for that hope, that enthusiasm of yours on the spiritual journey totally depends on the love, faith and surrendership towards the Guru. The moment the love, the faith, the surrendership slackens, and you will see, you will be in a state of confusion, sadness, your language, feeling low. So somewhere your Shraddha, your Prem or your Arpanta, something has gone wrong. Because it's directly proportional to that bubbling enthusiasm. આજે રાત પહેલા હું સમ્યક દર્શન પામી જાઉં. That is the enthusiasm. But somewhere, so in this verse, we see that enthusiasm or that optimism going a little low because the arguments were so presented so forcefully. So he is in that loop. આમ જાઉં છું તો બી I can't see any path. આમ જાઉં છું, I don't find a path. આમ જાઉં છું, I don't find a path. So there is no path. આમ તો ગયો નહીં તું. You will need that spark, and that spark is the Guru's grace. Ho mamato pabhavo. Jai Viray. Jai Viray Jagaguru. Ho mama ભયવમ એટલે કે ભગવાન તારા પ્રભાવથી થાઓ. Whatever I'm going to ask, my list is ready. If you want to give me Vardhan, then my list is ready. But I know it's not because of my bhakti, it's because of your grace. Tu pabhavo. તુમ તારા પ્રભાવથી મને મળો પ્રભુ. મરચું ખાવ ને, મરચું તે ખાધું છે આજે. આઈ સેન્ડ યુ વન. તો બળતરા થાય, તીખું લાગે, બળતરા થાય. કેમ? મરચાને તારા માટે દ્વેષ હશે. મરચાને પુરુષ ગોટ યુ સી વોટ આઈ એમ ગોઈંગ ટુ ડુ ટુ હિઝ ટંગ. રાગ છે, દ્વેષ છે, રોલ છે. ઓફકોર્સ, બિકોઝ મરચું નહીં ખાધું ત્યારે સુધી બળતરા નહોતા થયા તને. એટલે મરચાનો રોલ છે બળતરામાં. રાગ નથી, દ્વેષ નથી. અહીંયા રાગની તો જરૂર જ નથી, દ્વેષ નથી, પણ રોલ તો છે. બિકોઝ till you didn't have that marchu, there was no balatra. So how are you saying there is no role? You put sugar in your mouth, તો બળતરા થવાના, તીખું લાગવાનું, સ્પાઇસી લાગવાનું છે. સો રોલ છે કે નહીં? ડૉક્ટર અતુલ, રોલ છે કે નહીં? રોલ છે, પણ દ્વેષ નથી. એનો સ્વભાવ જ એવો છે. The nature of chili is such કે તમને તીખું લાગશે, બળતરા થશે. એમાં કંઈ એને રાગ કરવાની બી જરૂર નથી, દ્વેષ કરવાની બી જરૂર. અને ભગવાનનો સ્વભાવ જ એવો છે કે એને કંઈ મારા ઉપર ખુશ થવાની જરૂર નથી, રાગ કરવાની જરૂર નથી, કે દ્વેષ કરવાની જરૂર નથી. એમના સ્વભાવથી જ જે એમની ભક્તિ કરે એને કનેક્શન થાય, ને કનેક્શન થાય એટલે 13 things he'll get, but not because of your effort. તું પભાવો ભયમ. એમ કે I am very clear, not because of my nasib, not because of my nasib I am staying here, not because you are having rag on me so you allowed me. હે વિતરાગ પ્રભુ, તું ખુશ ને નાખુશની પરે છે. યુ આર બિયોન્ડ ઓલ ધીસ. રાજી થાવ, નારાજ થાવ, પણ મને તો બહુ ગમે. હો મમ તું પભાવો ભયવમ. મારી ભક્તિથી નહીં, મારી તપસ્યાથી નહીં, મારી સાધનાથી નહીં, તારા પ્રભાવથી જ મને આ ભવ નિવ્યો મગ્ગાનુસાર્યા તપલે સિદ્ધિ. હું થાકું મારાથી, હું બીજાના સ્વભાવથી થાકું છું. રાઈટ વિશાલ? હા, બેરીના સ્વભાવથી થાકી ગયા. હા ના, પણ હું મારા સ્વભાવથી થાક્યો નથી. એ મને આપતું, એ મને આ ભવ નિવેવ, ભવ નિર્વેદ આપ. ચાલીને એક ભવથી બીજા ભવ, બીજા ભવથી ત્રીજા ભવ, ભવ મંડપે નાટક કર્યા, પણ હજી થાક્યો નથી હું પરિભ્રમણથી. હું મારાથી થાકું. સેમ એંગર, સેમ લસ્ટ, સેમ જેલસી, સેમ લાઇક્સ, ડિસલાઇક્સ. આજે કહું કે નો, નાઉ આઈ ડોન્ટ વોન્ટ ટુ કીપ એની અટેચમેન્ટ. ટુમોરો અગેન આઈ ગેટ, આઈ એમ એન મહા ઇડિયટ. But still I am not thakod from my idiotness. Same foolishness since birth, countless lives. So I will not say, if you are happy with me, please give me, because he is beyond happy. Naraj, Rajipo is a word from our side, not from his side. He is beyond all this. But તારા પ્રભાવે, તારી ભક્તિના પ્રભાવે પ્રભુ મને એક ચીજ બેઝિક આપી દો, ભવ નિવ્યો. ટાયર્ડ, સી ધેટ આઈ એમ ટાયર્ડ, કંટાલોડ ઓફ ધીસ પરિભ્રમણ, ટ્રાન્સમાઇગ્રેશન. એક ગતિથી બીજી ગતિ, એક મૂડથી બીજો મૂડ, એક દોષથી બીજો દોષ. સી ધેટ આઈ ગેટ ટાયર્ડ, મીનિંગ આઈ સ્ટોપ ધીસ નોનસેન્સ. સચ અ બ્યુટીફુલ થિંગ. કાલે યાદ કરજો, જય વિરાય કરો તારે યાદ કરજો. જય વિરાય જગગુરુ, જય જય. મારી ઈચ્છાનો લય થાવ, તારી ઈચ્છાનો જય થાવ. આ બધી વચમાં મારી ઈચ્છા આવી જાય, પાછા સંબંધ બાંધવાની મારી ઈચ્છા છે, અને નિર્ગ્રંથ બનાવવાની તારી ઈચ્છા. તારી ઈચ્છાનો જય થાવ ને મારી ઈચ્છાનો લય થાવ. લેટ ઇટ ગેટ ડિઝોલ્વડ. Morari Bapu had once said, I don't understand your I love you. Because where there is pure love, there is no I, there is no you. बहुत सरस बात करते, बहुत वर्षों की बात. I don't understand your I love you. Only if there is impure love, then I and you remain. Where there is pure love, there is no I. That's what Rumi says. Only love, na bhakta, na bhagwan, bhakti. Na premi, na priyatam, prem. So here somewhere we see that little bit of his enthusiasm, અને from the words, શું ઉપકાર જ થાય, આટલી બધી મહેનત કરી શું થયું, હવે માર્ગ તો છે નહીં, પાથ તો છે નહીં. And then in next verse he will say, oh, but didn't he help me in that firm conviction regarding 5 fundamentals? Didn't he? So there may be a path, rather there must be a path. And it is only my Guru who can show. So he expresses his confusion, humbly seeks a solution, requests his Guru to indicate the true path.
તેથી એમ જણાય છે મળે ન મોક્ષ ઉપાય જીવાદી જાણ્યા તણો શો ઉપકાર જ થાય.